Commander Vexthal of the Krena Dominion's elite vanguard had conquered 17 worlds across 3 star systems without experiencing defeat. His 8-limbed, chitinous form bore the ceremonial scars of 100 victories. His neural processors had been enhanced with the collective battle wisdom of 1,000 generations of Krena warriors. And yet, for the first time in his distinguished career, he was losing. "Status report," he demanded, his mandibles clicking with barely contained fury as the command center around him flashed with emergency indicators. "Outpost 7 has fallen, Commander," reported Sub-Lieutenant K. Vex, her exoskeleton paling with stress-induced pigmentation. "Outposts 3 and 5 report multiple breaches. We've lost contact with the entire eastern perimeter." Impossible. The Krena had established this forward base on Proxima Centauri B, with their most advanced defensive systems, automated sentry drones, phase shift barriers, plasma turrets that could vaporize any known organism. The base was designed to withstand an assault from any of the 12 most militarily advanced species in the known galaxy. But the attackers weren't from the known galaxy. They were humans. A species the Dominion's Intelligence Directorate had classified as technologically primitive, but potentially troublesome just 3 solar cycles ago. "Show me the humans," Vexthal ordered. The primary view screen shifted to display exterior footage. What it revealed defied the commander's extensive tactical training. The humans weren't using advanced weaponry or overwhelming numbers. There appeared to be fewer than 50 of them, equipped with what looked like rudimentary projectile weapons and basic armor. They weren't even physically imposing, smaller than Krena warriors, with no natural armor or extra limbs for weapons manipulation. And yet, Vexthal watched in stunned silence as a trio of humans systematically dismantled a sentry node, moving with coordinated precision that spoke of instinctive rather than programmed behavior. Elsewhere, humans were adapting Krena technology against its creators, repurposing captured equipment with improvised modifications that the base's AI couldn't counter because they followed no recognizable engineering logic. How are they doing this? He demanded of no one in particular. They are outnumbered, outgunned, and facing technology centuries beyond their development level. Science Officer Zexra approached the command dais, his movements hesitant. "Commander, I believe I've identified part of the problem. We've been analyzing captured humans and comparing their biology to our database. And they're wrong." Zexra's vocal sacs pulsated with agitation. "Their biochemistry makes no evolutionary sense. They evolved on a death world with environmental extremes that should have eliminated their species millennia ago." He displayed a biological scan on his data tablet. "Look at this. Their bodies are primarily water, one of the most reactive solvents in the galaxy. Their temperature regulation is ridiculously inefficient. Their skeletal structure is internal rather than external, providing minimal protection. Their sensory apparatus is limited to a narrow band of electromagnetic and audio frequencies." Vexthal's patience was wearing thin. "Your point, Science Officer. They should be extinct, Commander. By any rational evolutionary model, humans shouldn't exist. And yet, not only do they survive, but they appear to thrive under conditions that would kill most sentient species." A distant explosion rocked the command center, causing the lights to flicker momentarily. "We captured one alive," Zexra continued, mandibles twitching nervously. "A female. Under interrogation, she revealed something disturbing. Speak plainly. The humans call their homeworld Earth, but in their most ancient myths, they call it something else." He paused, vocal sacs constricting. "They call it dirt. Commander, they named their planet after the dead matter beneath their feet." "What kind of species does that?" Before Vexthal could respond, the tactical officer's voice cut through the command center, Perimeter breach in Sector 9. Humans have penetrated the command level. On the security feed, Vexthal watched as a small group of humans advanced through the corridors leading to the command center. They moved differently than any fighting force he had ever observed, not in perfect unison, like the hive-mind Graythar, not with the calculated precision of the cybernetic Sylar. They moved like predators, each slightly different, yet perfectly coordinated. They used cover, communicated with minimal signals, and adapted instantly when confronted with new threats. Commander Zexra's voice had dropped to a whisper. "I've reviewed our historical archives. Do you know what humans called the first weapon they carried into space? Their first interplanetary defense system." Vexthal remained focused on the security feed, watching the inexorable advance of these incomprehensible creatures. They called it Peacekeeper. Zexra's laugh was hollow. They name instruments of death after harmony. They name vessels of war after virtues like valor and justice. Their military divisions adopt the symbolism of predators that terrorize their ancestors: eagles, wolves, lions. Another explosion, closer this time. The command center's primary door buckled inward. "What are you saying, science officer?" Vexthal demanded, finally turning from the screen. "I'm saying that humans are dangerous, not because of their technology, but because of their minds. They think differently than any species we've encountered. They are hierarchical, yet flexible, individualistic, yet cohesive, rational, yet emotional. They can follow orders precisely or completely disregard them based on instincts we can't predict." The security door collapsed with a thunderous crash. Weapons fire erupted as Krena defenders engaged the human intruders. But most disturbing of all, Zexra continued, seemingly oblivious to the chaos, is what I found in their historical records. Humans have spent most of their existence fighting not other species, but themselves. Their entire history is an unbroken sequence of conflicts between their own kind. War isn't something humans do, Commander. It's what they are. Through the smoke and flashing emergency lights, the first human entered the command center, a tall figure in dust-covered armor, face obscured by a simple tactical helmet. Nothing special, nothing extraordinary. Just one of the galaxy's most improbable evolutionary accidents, armed with determination and improvised weaponry. Commander Vexthal, veteran of 100 victories, finally understood what they were facing. Not just enemies with weapons, but creatures shaped by millions of years on a world that tried to kill them daily, followed by thousands of years of killing each other with ever-increasing efficiency. The human raised a simple projectile weapon and spoke through a translation device. "Commander Vexthal, in accordance with the Proxima Convention, I offer you one opportunity to surrender your forces.